Did you miss me? We gonna get this shit popping. Hold on. For whatever reason, my spaces are all fucked up, and I'm gonna fix it. Bitch. Oh, it says tomorrow. Why tomorrow, you fuck? My bad. We're gonna start this shit. It's annoying. You don't want me to save the space? What? Oh, I literally can't do it. Wow. Okay. Hold on. We're gonna get this shit started. Yo, Jemiah. No, I'm not started at midnight, man. I'm not started at midnight. I promise you. I didn't mean to do that, man. And the spaces are acting up. I was doing this on a plane, man, and that's what ended up fucking everything up. So we're gonna have to start another one. Cause at your best, you are love. All right, testing. This is going to crash, right? This is going to crash. Is it going to crash? It didn't crash. All right. Good shit. Did you guys miss me or did you miss me? I was in Vegas for the last couple of days. And it is true. You know, what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas. This is the truth. But anyway, did you guys miss me or what? You know, I be trying to get this shit popping. Look, a 4.5 hour flight, right? And still conducting this shit. That's how I do things. Anyway, welcome to another edition of A Loud Discussion. I mean, there's a lot of fuckery that was going on. Lots and lots of fuckery over my vacation. Getting my fucking nerves. I was looking at this, right? And seeing just a billion fuckeries. And I was just flabbergasted, if you will. I was flabbergasted. I didn't know what was going on with these fanboys. And so I started doing research. And we got two topics to talk about, right? First topic is Sony sells out for the PC market. You know, if you didn't see this, right, you'll see my little Judas. You'll see this motherfucker, right? Oh no, actually no. There is Judas over there though. That is true. But you'll see Kanye West, right? You'll see Kanye West. You know, everybody's calling him he's a sellout. So that's why I did this, you know, put him as a sellout. And the second topic is PlayStation fans forsake PlayStation 5 for PC. And this is where you have Judas, right? Literally forsaking their Lord and Savior, Herman Host. So that's what we're going to be talking about today. And let's get into it. Look, you know, I'm not one for intros and outros. We can get straight to the point. First and foremost, one of the things that I did see is that Herman Host finally opened up the floodgates as to what he wants to do from now on. For if there was any doubt about what Sony is doing, everyone says that Sony is, they're not being transparent, right? As if any company needs to be, but they're not being transparent, right? You remember they said that? Okay. Now, they're being extremely transparent, and people are not liking it. I told you, motherfuckers, though, over and over again, stop it with the worshiping of these companies. Stop it. Get some help. I told you. I literally told you guys. You're ridiculous. Am I muted in spaces? I'm not muted in spaces. Am I muted? Don't tell me I'm muted. Yo, what's going on, Flo? Yo, am I muted in spaces? The app messed up for me then. I'm gonna test it out, right? I'm gonna mute myself. Man, somebody always fucking shit up, yo. Get your technology right. You got a fucking 3080 and you can't get a decent fucking phone. Give me a second here. Fucked up space. I'm sick of it. Where we at? Listen live. Fucked up space. I'm sick. Look at this shit, man. Where we at? Listen live. I muted it. No. Anyway, you guys should be able to hear me. Oh man, I am just fucking everything up right now, man. Jemiah says this. Jemiah has the crap phones. Okay. Now he's muted on YouTube. Okay. Can't hear you. YouTube is broken. I'm muted. PlayStation does not want this to get out. Jim Ryan has muted you. And then he says, bruh. No, I muted myself because I wanted to hear what the fuck was going on. Unfortunately, I'm all fucked up and discombobulated. And I'm leaving it as is. I'm leaving it as is. Hey, give me a thumbs up on Spaces if you guys can hear me. Because apparently no one can hear me on Spaces. Let me get a roll call of the peace sign. No? Yeah? All right. Brian, can you hear me? Yo, Brian.
Yeah.
Why you fucking up my damn Spaces?
You say you need a confirmation people can hear you.
Hey, bitch. So,
I don't like the salacious title Sony sells out for PC.
no, it is salacious. It's so dumb, bro. I'm so sick of hearing it over and over. Get over it. Sell your.
I'm confused. Are you for this or against this?
What? Them selling out?
Oh my god. Okay, yes. In your words, selling out.
I don't believe that they're selling out. Period.
I can't believe you finally agree on something.
I can't believe that shit either. I don't understand why everybody think that they're selling out because the games are because games as a service is going day and date. I thought you guys don't want games as a service. Didn't y'all say that shit? That it was bad for the market? What the fuck do you care?
Well, here's the deal, Josh. I know you're going to touch on it. Well, let's just be real for a moment. The PlayStation player base will not support a game if it's a game of service just strictly on the PS5 or PS4, whatever. They just won't support it. And games of service needs everybody to play it.
True.
For it to be successful. Like, I spent $50 in Overwatch today. I didn't care. I'm having a great time with it. People hate Overwatch. I like it. It's fun. It's cool.
That's what I'm trying to figure out. I don't understand why people have such a disdain. I'm not understanding the disdain for games as a service because I truly believe that with the games as a service, I really do think that they will be able to make something really fucking great. I have a couple of things, but to say about games as a service, and I've said this shit in the past, but I'm gonna say it. Once I kind of have everything kind of painted out and shit like that. So we're gonna go over the point of contention that everyone has, right? So for starters, Sony literally fucking reinforced the notion of having high quality AAA games, and on top of that, they're doubling down on it. They have more high quality AAA games this generation, or they will have it, than the last generation. They have 25 first party homegrown games in development, and half of them are new IPs, right? The thing that people are really pissed off with is that the live services are going day and date, but then I thought that you guys don't play live services, so what is it exactly? Then they say, which we already knew, Brian, that they're going to have their games going on PC a year out. Now, I said 6 months. I don't know if you remember that, Brian, but I said 6 months. But they're going to have that shit a year out. And now we finally get confirmation at least a year out. So that means at the minimum it's going to be a year. And they don't have enough people to really be fucking porting these games over anyway. But you should be glad that these games are going out on PC in any capacity. That way you guys can have all the backwards compatibility you would ever want and dream of. Isn't that what y'all wanted? You know?
Before you go on to your next point, do you have a PC? Because I don't.
A PC? I do.
Okay. Is it powerful as a PlayStation, or is not on that level?
Why are you echoing?
Oh, I'm sorry. My thought echoing?
No, it's like you're two people at once. That's what it sounds like. Like you're.
Oh, that's weird. I can even come back.
No, it's not bad. It's not bad.
Well, is your PC as powerful as a PlayStation?
No, not at all.
Okay.
No, not at all. I wouldn't even want to go over there if I had the most powerful PC. I would never want to go to PC. And it's not because of a fanboy thing. I don't like PC. I don't like the vibe. I don't like I see people, oh, well, trophy support is about to be on PC. You should be glad because it's going to usher in cross-buy. If you get that shit on PC, then you basically get it every fucking where. What is your problem, ponies? What is your problem? Continue it on, right? Because this is a thread of 7 pages. 12 of the 25 games in development are live service games or mobile, right? However, single player will always be the most important core part of the PlayStation. They will never lose sight of them. Mobile games will be an additive to the PlayStation experience. It will not eclipse the single player experience. Some mobile games will have cross-buy with PlayStation 5. So this is what I was talking about before. And then they go over and they show you what the graph look like. Significant growth in PC and mobile within our portfolio. So by 2025, it looks like the PlayStation will, I would say a quarter of it will increase in terms of profit. PC will double, nearly double. What's this one? And then mobile will actually looks like triple in terms of what they're going to be doing. But it's like, if it's on that platform, what the fuck are you complaining about? So anyway, moving on to to slide 3. Let's take a look here. Despite single player games being less of the total percentage of the upcoming games due to the expansion of I don't know what LS and multiplayer and live service games, that's what it is. And multiplayer and mobile, there's still more single player this generation from last. So again, even though there's 25 games, some of those games are going to be on mobile, and some of them are going to be live game services, which I'll get into later. Moving forward, the PlayStation will transition to PlayStation 5. Games coming to PS4 will be on a case-by-case basis. That was another thing that people were complaining about too. Oh my god, they're still making PS4 games. Yes, they're still going to make PS4 games because it's not mandatory for every game to be a $200 million game. Some games like Stray isn't going to be a fucking a PS5 exclusive. Now, another issue that people have is that they're not making enough Japanese games or whatever, right? They say that studio acquisitions are less of an arms race and more about searching for talent that will integrate with their culture. More studio acquisitions are coming. Partial ownership investment from software may lead to future like TV shows and shit like that, right? Of course, people are like, oh my god, I feel fixed myself. Anyway, PlayStation Studios will continue to share technologies between others. And that's with Japanese companies in the market and things of that nature, right? And they go on to say that there's Team Ninja where they're doing Rise and Ronin because they're helping them out. Square Enix is being helped out also with Sony. So people are like, Sony actually needs to have a Japanese arm. And I'm like, they just dissolved their Japanese arm and they're about to build them up from scratch. You cannot have a fucking AAA RPG with what 20 fucking people. I don't like what's happening with idiots. I'm so sick of it. Stop it. What do you want them to do? The same thing that you criticize Microsoft? That's what y'all want? Buy everything. You know, I can feel better about my tweets. Fucking hell. Anyway, most of the PlayStation Studios teams have grown significantly in size, which will allow for deeper investments into existing projects and more projects. Having a balanced long-term careers, good work culture, and reducing unnecessary strain on developers is important. So basically what they're saying is that they're expanding the studios so people won't be a workhorse, you know what I mean, be whooped to death, beat to death, you know what I'm saying? But also, with all these different expansions, them going to PC, and then them going to, you know, mobile, it allows for them to still do what made their claim to fame, which is these single-player experiences. Lastly, PlayStation will continue to invest in new partnership studios like, Ballistic Moon, Jetpack Interactive, which are, I think, indies, if I'm not mistaken. So, the net of it is, right? We got 25 games coming. Of those 25 games are going to be live services and mobile games. But also, they're still making more IPs, brand new AAA IPs than last generation, right? They are expanding and making studio acquisitions still, but it's only going to be if it aligns with their shit. And then lastly, like, they're doing all of this so they can expand. With expansion means that they can make bigger and better games. I don't understand why is this so fucking difficult for you guys to understand. Why is it so difficult? I would love to fucking know the answer. Brian, are you still here? I don't think he's here anymore. He fucked up. Oh well. Either way, that's what I'm dealing with here, right? Now, when it comes to AAA games, right? Or games as a service, he said something before he jumped out, right? He actually said something that was very interesting to me. And the thing that he actually said was he had no problem with games as a service. And there are a lot of people that have no problem with games as a service. You are the only idiots that I don't want it. I just want my single player experiences that I never play. But I still want Sony to make it because it just makes me feel better about myself that I bought the right plastic box. Shut the fuck up. God. Games as a service could be really fucking good. And apparently it is good because it makes the most money out of the industry other than cell phone games. You are the only few motherfuckers that just have a problem with games as a service games because it makes you feel, I guess, inferior because what is it, free? I guess I don't know. Subscription services. You had no problem buying PlayStation Plus and PlayStation Premium. You had no problem buying Xbox Live or whatever the fuck the Nintendo shit is. You didn't have no problems with that. So what happened? Why do you insist on these AAA games being your bread and butter? That leads me to believe that the only reason why you give a hell about this shit is because you just want to go on Twitter and say that your box is the best box. Now, what does that make me for making this observation? Does it make me an Xbox? Nope. Does it make me a Nintendo? Nope. Does it make me a pony? Nope. I am a fan of PlayStation. This phone that is hosting these spaces, along with my headphones and everything the fuck else, right, is a Sony product. My radio that's in my car, I took that old bitch out of my Fair Lady and put it in a fucking Sony head unit in that bitch along with the fucking speakers. That's what I did. I do love my PlayStation, but I'm not an idiot. And I understand where trends are going. You guys sound like old people that are complaining about, Cable TV. Why y'all not investing in cable TV anymore? Why y'all have apps? That's so dumb. Why I gotta download an app? I just want rabbit ears. It's old. It's old. It's an old way of doing things. We're going to get single player experiences. Why? Because usually AAA games that are first party are usually, it sets the tone for that console and what could be, because it's not for everyone. AAA games have a mass appeal, and it really sets a precedent to how your console is going to work. That's why it's so important for Sony to continue to make AAA games, so they can set a mark for everything that comes out. What is the potential of that console? What is the potential of their work? Not even just for the console, but of their work. That's a thing too. That's the thing. When you have a AAA game such as let's just use Ghost of Tsushima. It lets everyone know that people are like, oh, this is a pretty decent I came here for COD, but this game is pretty decent. You know what I mean? Or I came here because of let me think. I came here because of the exclusives, the AAA games, right? But I want to play COD or any other third party until the next one comes out. You know what I mean? It creates, it's like the Big Mac for McDonald's. That's what it's like. It's like the Big Mac. Not everybody likes the Big Mac, but you know what type of meal and what type of precedent you're going to get when you have a Big Mac. That's what you know when you go to McDonald's. That's what it is. And I think it's just a selfish situation, honestly. I think it's selfish. Yo, Thrash, you want to get in on this? I'm gonna try to send you a invite to speak. You can take it or leave it. But I honestly think to say that Sony sold out to PC, you look stupid. When we already knew the rules of engagement when Sony announced this shit a long time ago. How many excuses are you going to make? And it's only due to the fact that you don't want to be wrong on Twitter. That's all this is. I truthfully don't believe that you give a damn. I don't believe that you do. I don't believe that you give a damn about them making these games on PC. And you better be lucky it ain't day and date. For your argument's sake, right? But we all know there's a reason why they don't do day and date. Is not a good business move, and it's not a good look. And I don't really think that they'll ever do day and date for their big budget. I don't think they will. And the reason why I think they won't is because they have PSN. And that PSN with the PlayStation Store is literally a monopoly on that platform. They have no competition on that shit. They have no competition. I'm talking about AAA games that are like single player experiences. The shit that we know Sony of. They have literally, they could charge whatever. And they get 100% profit. They can make a launcher for the PC, which is what people are theorizing. That they may make a launcher for the PC. But again, they still have to compete with Steam and Epic and everything else. I think what they're doing when it comes to this shit, right? When the reason why games are on the PC in the first place is because they're creating a portfolio. What's that, Thrash? What's going on, bro?
What up, man? Right now, shit. So, you're driving. So, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you well.
Okay. Shit. Like, goddamn. Yeah, no, it's I think it's I said it before a long time ago. PC ain't really a place. PC is a hub for different marketplaces. It's basically a marketplace. It's not something that like PC gamers say I'm a PC gamer, but that's equal to me saying I'm a Walmart gamer because I bought my PlayStation in Walmart. It's the same thing. They should say they're a Steam gamer or they are a Epic gamer. But the difference with all of this is it's not really competition because there's no choosing on what console to buy. It's not like Xbox versus PlayStation. Steam versus PlayStation won't be the same because they are free to get into the marketplace. If Sony were to make their own launcher, which I believe is what they're doing, they make their own launcher, Sony would have the upper hand because they have more exclusive games that would be on that app than it would be on Steam. Now, Steam is always going to dominate. Steam has already been there for years. They're not going nowhere. It's like Nintendo's not going anywhere, no matter what Nintendo does. And PlayStation is just trying to get the money where they can. PC is not a console. They have already set their company up to make sure they still have the single player games that we know, the high quality that we know and we expect from PlayStation. They set it up and they brought whole developers to make ports and to make PC games and to make cell phone games. They're not asking Sony Santa Monica to make cell phone games. They're not asking, they're not asking other companies to do that. They let these companies do what they want to do to make the best and be the best that they are. I think that just going in PC, my biggest fear before all of this was, will they force extra work on their developers, taking away from the actual first-party games? But they have already remedied that by hiring people who are going to port for them. So it's not really, it's a different type of competition. And a lot of people crying, but people are crying just because this fucking generation is full of bitch-ass niggas. This shit right here, it's like no matter what it is, even outside the game, and everybody crying about bitch-ass shit. And PC, I don't give a fuck.
No, go on. You cut out for a little bit. Go on, I can hear you now.
Oh, my bad. Nobody's gonna leave a PlayStation for PC. I keep hearing that shit. Oh, we're getting a PC. You gonna spend thousands? You gonna spend thousands of dollars to wait to play the same games at a little bit better resolution or frame rate? Then do that. But there ain't too many people who gonna do that. I don't know too many people who want to deal with the headache of a PC. Who want to deal with having to either put one together or buy one, which is even worse than putting one together. It's just, like I said, it's a lot of bullshit talk. As soon as God of War come out, everybody shut up. As soon as Final Fantasy 16 come out, everybody gonna shut up. As soon as Spider-Man come out, everybody gonna shut up. Same people who are saying that they're gonna wait on PC are not gonna wait for God of War, are not gonna wait for Spider-Man, not gonna wait for Wolverine. They're not. Just period. Even if Sony goes day and day, I can't see people spending thousands of dollars to play fucking Wolverine. I just don't. You know, if that was the case, then shit would have already happened. You know, Sony's been doing this PC shit for years. If you ain't went down, what the fuck? The people just want something bad to talk about with Sony. That's all.
That's what it is. That's what it is. There's a combination of that. There's a combination of people that don't want to be wrong. You know, there's the combination there, and that's for the PlayStation fanboys that sit there and it's so many different avenues where people are just being retarded. You know what I mean? You got the PC Master Race. There's people running outside talking about how the PlayStation 5 is inferior to whatever fucking graphics card when they're apples and oranges.
I had a nigga, I was watching J-Tech. He's supposed to have been battling some little nigga, some PC nigga, some shit. I just happened, I'm driving, you know, so I'm trying to listen to anything I can. And there's a PC guy who hopped in there, and his name was Uncharted Port. And he was like, we're getting all your ports. We're getting all your games. PlayStation fans, suck a dick, whatever, right? You know, a PC guy want to trip, right? So I asked him, okay, what's your Steam account, dog? Nigga gave me a Steam account. And I'm like, you haven't bought a single PlayStation game. You know what I'm saying? You haven't booted up your fucking PC in 2 months. What are you doing here? But it's like, that's the bullshit we're dealing with. I don't give a fuck. They're saying it's just a regular PlayStation.
Oh.
That man is so good, but it's a lot of saying that this is bad for PlayStation fans, and I don't see it as being bad for PlayStation fans. And as soon as somebody said it is, I just pointed out right there, like, God of War coming out in the next 2 weeks. And you can tell me how bad it is. What you got coming out on your shit? You know what I'm saying? What you got?
Facts.
What you got?
Facts.
Cyberpunk card game? What the fuck do you got? You know what I'm saying? Other than that, nigga, it's like it's just all talk. It's all talk, bro.
No, Thrash, I have a question to ask you. I have to shut down the spaces, everyone, and I'm going to open it back up. It's acting real funky right now. Give me a second.
Oh shit. All right.
And I apologize for that, guys. It's acting crazy. Don't reconnect. Don't reconnect, man. That's probably what you guys were talking about before, man. Let me see here. Record spaces. And we're going to not schedule it. Spaces. That's the topic. Okay. Record it. And we're going to start the spaces now. All right. Let's see if this shit works. So far, so good. All right. So far, so good. Let me send Thrash as speaker. I had to shut down the space because he's like botting or something, or he's not botting. It's like double. It's like double. His voice is doubled up, like it's two spaces rendering at once. How do I sound so far? Can somebody give me a test? Is it okay? It's all good. Let me try to let Sony verse go in there. All right. I know you guys can hear me, but it's weird that it's not working the way that I want it to. Yeah. So right now, okay, good. It looks like it fixed itself. All right, cool. Nice. I'll invite Jemiah too. Nice. Jemiah, what's going on, man?
Can you hear me?
I can hear you, but you're usually loud as hell, man.
What's good, Dwayne?
What's up? What's up? Bro, I told you this space was like, it was letting me join, but you were muted and I couldn't do anything. I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah, it was broken. Like it was legitimately broken. So I mean, what's your take on this shit? Since you were listening to me and shit like that. So what's your take on this shit?
Some comment?
People thinking that Sony sold out to PC because reasons.
I think it's because it's probably feelings. Sony had these dudes amped up, thinking that exclusivity was the goal all be all end all. Like they had this pride of having a PlayStation because they had exclusive games, right? And that's what they used to bash other systems, bash other platforms. And Sony's taking away from them. They don't have identity anymore. You know what I mean? Now they feel jaded because Sony basically just took away all their arguing points, all their bullshit, all their fucking propaganda and shit that they've been fucking eating up for years. That shit's all going away now. And now these dudes are lost. They don't know what to do. You got half of them saying you got to the PC. You got half of them saying you got supporting Sony. And I think it's just all hyperbole on their part, to be honest.
Right. So what about games going what do you call it? Not games going day and date. What about a year space in between PC release and console release?
I mean, I don't really see the issue. Like, I doubt the games would be like calendar date. You know what I mean? Like, if the game comes out, 2020 January 1st, 2023. The game's not going to come to PC January 1st, 2024. You know what I mean? Like, I don't believe it's going to be like that. I just think that, like, they just put this out to let people know, like, listen, bro, like, y'all niggas keep bugging us about this roadmap shit, all this bullshit. Here we are. Here's the breakdown, right? Yeah, this game's going day one. Any of the game can be a year or more. You know what I mean? I'm saying, like, we're sick of y'all niggas crying in Twitter, sick of y'all niggas harassing us. You know what I mean? What's that loud ass noise?
You.
No, just like, some weird ass clicking noise. Yeah, you can say that shit, right?
I don't.
You hear that shit?
Stage.
Yeah, man, feedback.
You said.
For some reason, I get so much feedback from the listen fucking thing.
Are you?
No, I must be crazy though.
No, it's.
You don't hear that shit sometimes.
No, bro.
Your shit fucked up. I keep trying to tell you.
Bro, I'm telling you, I got opioids or some shit.
Wait, hold on. Wait. Eddie, mute your shit. Yo, Ed, mute your shit.
It is muted. I'm muting it now.
Well, you have an echo though.
I don't know. I'm gonna mute. I'm gonna remove him and see what happens.
It's you.
He sounds really messed up.
Does it?
Yeah. What about now? Does it sound better?
Yeah, that fucking crazy ass high pitched fucking noise anymore.
Yeah, it was him. It was him. Cause he sound weird, and it wouldn't allow him to mute either. So
This space been messed up since day one.
yeah, facts. Stage block. What you gotta say about all this shit about Sony betraying everybody and selling out to the PC market? I know you had some shit to say, and I know you like to be a contrarian. So be a contrarian for me, please. Stage.
Sorry, yeah, I'm gonna be a contrarian. Yeah, there's no doubt about that. I don't believe that they're selling out at all. The time of consoles needing exclusives, I believe, are winding down. Well, they still need exclusives, of course, but they for it to justify its existence at this point. I think that because of the status of Sony and the games that they make, the quality of games that they make, no different than Nintendo and anybody else, they're going to be high in demand. I mean, these are the types of games that made people blush because of, how great the graphics were in, back in even the PS3 era, we knew when they became industry-leading developers that, these games would end up going to other platforms eventually. I mean, but other people were like, hey, no, that's never going to happen. Yeah, well, here it is, and Sony wants money. If they see demand and they're going up against competition like Microsoft, well, the natural progression is the console market is the main market, but they'll get money wherever they can get it. It's just like, investing in other realms that aren't competing, and also investing in other mediums to sell your intellectual property. It's just the way of the world. And if they do these things, yes, I will make the progression myself to PC, but I'll still buy a console, of course. That's not going to stop. That's a convenience thing, But PC, I was PC before, so I can easily go back. But the convenience has definitely been a very big thing for me. But with console gamers, yeah, it's more of a thing that they grew up on. I was having a conversation with Kofi, Press Start Kofi.
It's not ringing a bell. But what would you have? What conversation you were having?
He was in a group with Alex, the PC gamer.
I don't know if he's Jemai, I know you want to say it. That nigga is not a PC gamer.
He is not a fucking PC gamer.
Oh my god! Hold on. Now he's well. I had a conversation with him. He was asking. He made a big space about it, asking why PlayStation gamers make it seem like it's the end of the world. And I tried to explain to him the history of the the relationship between PlayStation gamers and everyone else, because it's literally since the advent of the internet that PlayStation gamers have been against everyone else. Like, it's not that they were against everyone, but everyone was against them. So it's like I literally had to timeline it, And so I showed like a long history between, when the Nintendo fans spoke down on the Sony gamers, and then it was the Xbox gamers came in, and the Nintendo gamers joined forces with the Nintendo gamers, and then they piled on the Sony gamers in the 360 era. They saw the price of the PS3, and they all went ham.
No, hold on. I have to apologize because I have to make sure that I stay on topic here.
Yeah, it's on topic. It's just that I'm explaining the vitriol.
Yeah.
Bro, PS fans have been dicks since they fucking been. That's the whole thing. We get it. It's like,
he's stating the other side, but the PlayStation fans have been getting dogpiled since the early 2000s online. So they've had a chip on their shoulder, and eventually it got to a head where it was no longer just the console gamers; it was also the PC gamers that they were having arguments.
You know what? No, wait. I have to interject, and the reason why I'm going to interject with this one, right, is because I was there. And PC gamers didn't give a flying fuck about console players. It was when
what do you mean?
They didn't care back in the PS1 and PS2 days.
No, not the PS1 and PS2. I'm talking about like when the internet started to ramp up, like when at the advent of the internet, that was like the 90s, and then eventually when the forums started blowing up big time, it was like what? The end of the
forums have been out for a long time, right? So all right, so I have to say this. I have to consolidate this, right? So I'm gonna put it on task, right?
Yeah.
First and foremost, when it comes to the PlayStation and people complaining, we have a complaining culture right now. Everything's a fuck. That's really catapult a lot of fucking bullshit where everybody's complaining about now. Well, I'm not gonna go political, but people are complaining about a fucking mermaid right now, an imaginary creature, and it whatever race it is. So it is definitely a situation where people just want to complain about anything. But what happens is that when something is on top for so long, people are going to scrutinize this shit.
Yep.
You know what I mean? And it's like, when I say that they're on top for so long, I mean they are making quality products that it's not they're making quality products. And what's happening is this: people are liking it. You know what I'm saying? So I think what's going on. I think
talk down about it now. Want it?
Well, I think it's what's happening with the PlayStation fans.
Yeah.
Is how badly Microsoft fucked up. Is what makes them feel like they have the right to tell a fucking anyone else that their shit sucks, and it warranted. It was warranted.
Man, they got it heavily from Nintendo gamers in the forums, telling them that their games sucked and that they couldn't sell and that they weren't of a certain quality. Their aggregate scores are low.
But they never really the thing that blew up, right? No, I don't think that's true. I don't think that's true.
Dude, no, Nintendo gamers no longer do that anymore.
Nintendo gamers see the thing at the only.
First of all, how old are you?
36.
You sound like you're 25 and shit. Bro, people in console wars and gaming, people been talking shit since the fucking like Atari and whatever. You know what I'm saying? Sega, Nintendo, like people always talk shit, bro. Just because one man is shit anyway, doesn't mean that they get to come back and be fucking total dickheads for the next 6 generations. Like I don't care. Nobody cares. We get the whole history, bro. We've been here. Like it's not we woke up today.
Okay.
like,
I'm just saying. Eventually, Nintendo gamers eventually stop.
What does it have to do with Sony fans complaining about Sony and stuff about the PC?
It eventually was with PC gamers, and eventually the Sony fans used at the end of the PS3 era, used the exclusives as a reason for why their platform was worth it at the time. You know, And yes, that plays.
You're making this so much more complicated than what it is. The bottom line is this. The bottom line is this, right? They got a little bit of success, and it was validated. Oh, let me just finish. Let me just finish. You keep cutting me off, man. They got a little bit of success when they were the underdogs in the PS3 generation, right? They were the underdogs, and it was a lot of shit that Microsoft was doing in terms of what GameStop putting their shit in front, telling the people that work there that don't get a PS5, PS3. You know what I mean? So that was an issue, right? The other thing was everything that they put out, it wasn't good enough. And this is what you were talking about. Nintendo had, well, back in the day, they had the Nintendo Seal quality, but Sony wasn't known for exclusives. You know what I'm saying? It was when the PS3 hit is when they started to really make themselves a force to be reckoned with when it comes to exclusives. They finally made it, right? They finally stuck with, the fan base finally stuck. The fan base stuck with the PlayStation 3, right? Yep. And at the end of the generation was validated. All the shit that they've gotten was validated with the PS3's end of life cycle. PS4 continued it and solidified what was good with them. That was solidified, right? Mm-hmm. The problem here is, I'm not done. The problem here is the competition sucked on Microsoft then. Not only did PlayStation get better, but Xbox got worse than what they had.
Hello?
Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Oh, he kicked.
I can hear you. I think his headset's connected.
Yeah, his shit got fucked up.
Listen, this is way off subject. Who gives a fuck about the history of PlayStation fans being bullied, nigga? Like, nobody gives a fuck. Like, listen. Sony fanboys saying that they're selling out the PC, right? That's the topic. And then, like, you know what I mean? Like, what are we doing here?
That was the topic. They're selling out they are selling out to PC because they're putting games. How did I get to this shit? Anyway, yeah, they're selling out to PC, right? Because they're putting their games a year after on PC. That's where the point of contention is happening. Not only that, I think and they're not making Japanese games anymore, apparently. You know what I mean? That's what I'm saying.
Making Japanese games.
I know.
What's the recourse for these so-called disgruntled fucking customers, right? What's the recourse? You throw away their PS5.
And that's what this is what I'm going to say. We're going to move on to the second topic, right? Where there's PlayStation fans. They have forsaken the PlayStation 5 for PC, which I have yet to see. I have yet to see a PlayStation fan go to PC and rep that shit on social media. I have yet to see that. I am so curious as to... Huh? Who?
Jay Barry?
I think Barry got his PC before.
He just bought a PC.
Yeah, recently. I think that wasn't just because of PlayStation games. I don't think he.
Oh no, he Ben said that he was gonna get it after since the summertime. He's been saying that shit because he said Sony's been moving funny and shit. So he's been grown to for longer than most people.
Well, here's the thing, right? They're moving funny in what way?
I think it was all the what game got announced for PC? Some more games got announced for PC, and then Sony wasn't putting out any shows or anything, so he was just like, I don't like the way Sony's moving, yada yada yada, and then that's what he said. He should get a PC.
So was PlayStation? So did he buy Sackboy?
I'm not sure.
You know what I mean? But
to be completely honest with you, I don't even think Barry bought one game on PC yet. The only video I've seen him talk about his computer is that he was talking about how he just got his case, how he just set it up, and cable management was coming, and he was talking about possibly doing a video on his YouTube channel. I've never heard him say anything about him purchasing like Spider-Man or anything like that on PC, or that he's played it or reviewed it, or any game like that.
This is what this and Ed, hold on. This is what cracks me up about this stupid.
No, he won't though. I think he won't though. I'm not like.
No, but that's the thing. But that's the thing. That's the thing that it's not about if. I just mentioned that as a side note that I have yet to see it. Right. I just mentioned it as a side note because what moving funny are you talking about? Are they killing children? What are they doing? Or do they have slaves that make their games? What moving funny are you?
Feel like Sony's catering towards the
Are you not getting fucking God of War Ragnarok? Did that not happen? Is that not happening anymore?
They want to fucking showcase. They want to know what's coming out in the next fucking 2 to 3 years.
Jay, can I speak on it?
No, go ahead. Don't ask me, man. Just jump.
Basically, because let's be honest, right? Sony's been quiet like for a long time. We got our Santa plays, which have been like fire, right? Each one's out. Well, the last two, we'll say, have been just off the charts. People have clamored for it. Hell, I'm one of those people, right? But Sony has been hella quiet. But here's the crazy thing, right? Even if a PlayStation title, like published title, within a year, right? We are getting the top tier games. I'm not waiting a year to play any game on PC. I'll tell you that right now. Not to mention within that time frame of 1 year, right? See whatever games come out, those games are in the running for Game of the Year typically, right? So even if that game, or we'll say a Sony title ends up getting Game of the Year and then moves over next year, only to get more income, right? To sell more, just for it to be funneled back into the studios at PlayStation. So we get more titles, right? If it's recurring. Now, I guess the concession is that people believe that, like, after, Herman had made that announcement that, that day and date multiplayer games, right? Games as a service, because games as a service live and die by the community that plays them, right? Which is smart to have them, those games on PC, especially when you're playing like a multiplayer game, when you can have the community strive a lot longer and that game lasts a lot longer, so it recurs more revenue. So when it comes to when they heard that, and then a lot of people are just assuming like, well, if they're going to do that with multiplayer, they're bound to do that with PlayStation exclusive titles, right? I think that's what the fear is. But no. This what we're not going to do here is give them. We're going to put our foot on their necks. Jay Barry does what he does, right? So I get it. What I'm trying to figure out, right, is what moving funny is happening. I'm with you. I don't know. I haven't seen anything.
One thing Barry also brought up is like, if these gas services games requires PS Plus and not for PC, then he's not buying them either. Like, which I agree with. I don't think that you should have to pay for online to play these games if you're gonna have it on another platform for free. I mean,
why are people? I'm sorry, man. Let me cut you up on this one. Why are people fucking making up their own fucking scenarios that don't fucking exist?
Well, think about it. There's a PlayStation Studios title that requires, it's free on PC, but it requires you to pay for PS Plus on console, and that's already happened. So you can't say that it's made up. You know what I mean?
What do you mean?
The Predator Honeygrounds, that's a Sony game. Sony has it on the PC on Steam under their PlayStation Studios titles. It's Predator Honeygrounds. It costs you have to have PS Plus to pay it on consoles, and on Steam you can just play it. That's actually happening right now. The game is not free to play. You know what I mean?
Let me tape this shit up.
So that's look at Steam. See, this is why people.
No. I'm about to no because you said something. You said something a couple of weeks ago that wasn't accurate as well. What is? It was about the Japanese developer. The one that was looking for Sony's approval or whatever, and Sony said no or some shit like that.
When I had the article.
Well, apparently what's happening with that one, right, is that it wasn't because they didn't want it to be multi-platform. They just wasn't interested in it. Hold on for a minute. What was the game called again?
Predator Hunting Grounds.
Predator Hunting Grounds.
Shit, you better go have fun with the fucking those games media. They don't blame me. Shit, we're relying on what they said. Relaying what they were saying on the thing. So fuck.
So Sony is a publisher for it, which.
No, do you have Steam?
I'm reading it right now. What the fuck you talking about? No, I have Steam. I have Steam. Yes.
Yeah, go to PlayStation Studios, PC, and you will see their Predator Hunting Grounds along with Helldivers. It's all considered PlayStation Studio games.
I never said it. PlayStation Studio games.
Yeah.
I'm just saying that the developer, it's second party.
It's Sony's game. It's Sony's IP. It's like Sony's IP. It's Sony's IP. They just had Electronic make the game. That game is considered a PlayStation Studios PC game. That's underneath their banner as the games they have. They publish it also, but it's Sony's game. Sony owns the IP of PlayStation Studios. It's not.
So let me ask you a question though. Here's why I destroy his fear, right? Do they get is there a PlayStation Plus on PC? Okay.
PlayStation Plus on PC.
Mm-hmm.
What was that?
Because it's not like they're charging you to play that game, and that's all they're doing. When you get in PlayStation Plus, you're also getting the rental service and then the clouds and all the other shit that comes along with it that they don't get on PC. So you got to take the good with the bad. Yeah, the game you can play on Steam, but you don't get extra games for paying for it. You know what I'm saying? You don't get the rental service. So it's a this pony gonna find out the hard way. It's sad to see. Who is this? The fuck are you talking about? This pony's gonna find out the hard way. Shake my head. Y'all sad and need help. Stop making excuses. My God. He must have just jumped in and literally fucking read the title. And then you have to look at the show first before you make any kind of comments. That's what you gotta do. But I will say this though. I mean, if you were paying attention, I guess my question here is this, right? Jay Barry is afraid that they're going to start charging for these.
He's just annoyed.
Annoyed for what, though?
Yeah, I think he's annoyed, yeah.
Annoyed for what?
Why
A lot of people were annoyed this
I don't think, first of all, you guys should have been complaining about paying for online to begin with.
In 2000 and
that's
two.
a decade. That's been going.
Hold on, stage block, stage.
Yeah, should have been complaining since 2007.
I don't know what headphone you got, man, but it's too quiet. I can't hear you like that.
Oh, okay.
I don't know if you gotta talk into whatever you gotta talk into, or just use your phone itself.
Let me disconnect.
No, it's not that. It's not that.
Okay.
I don't know if you just don't use the Bluetooth. I guess, and just speak into the phone.
Okay, I'll try that.
You got to pause and chat.
I got your pod.
It's clear, but it's clear, but you can't hear you. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Okay, I'll turn them off.
And see if that works. But who wants to request to speak? Who is this? No, I don't know who you are, dude. You look sussy.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah. No, I don't got time for removing people. He looks sussy. He only got one person. He has one person that's following him or some shit, and he's following two people. So no. Anyway, you don't deserve being in a conversation with one follower and no history. I don't know what you're trying to do, so no. He's annoyed. That's what I'm trying to get. I'm trying to get to the crux of it, right? He's annoyed about. He says that Sony is moving funny, but what does he mean exactly?
I don't know. We have funny conversations. You got to go see. You got to videos and shit about it.
It's inevitable.
I'm not gonna dig in. I'm not gonna dig in somebody else's videos, man. I mean, if you're gonna bring somebody up, I wouldn't know what they have to say, or just don't bring them up.
Showcase, even if I'm only bringing fucking PC shit in the showcases and those things place. Give people paper online.
Agreed. Yeah.
If that's the case, if that's right, Jemiah, if that's the case, if that's really the case, he didn't have no problem with beating his chest when the PS4 was announced. And they talked about the fucking charging online. Oh, you would talk about Sony has all these exclusives. Y'all motherfuckers was fucking patient like a motherfucker. Patient like a motherfucker. All of a sudden, you're not patient? Bitch, we not even fucking 2 years into this console's life cycle. I don't understand the impatience. They're not giving me a showcase. Why? So you can retweet some stupid ass shit. Look what Sony got. It's so good. You sound stupid.
But we already got the roadmap for this. Like the whole situation that happened already with Xbox 360. We knew it was going to happen. Like after like Microsoft failed to put Xbox Live on the Windows Live, and pretty much we knew from that day forward if they ever went back, it was going to be free. I mean, and then it ended up being free with when they went back to in the Xbox One era, and you know like what's it called? They put their games on Steam and everything like that, and so like what was it again? Once it happened with Sony, everything that's happened with Microsoft already, Sony gamers have just kind of like had to sit and wait until it was their time, because Sony was eventually going to follow Microsoft at some point.
No,
I mean, even Nintendo.
But no, that's not the thing. You keep giving me like history lessons. I don't care about that. You want to know what I care?
I'm saying that's why.
But you want to know why? You want to hold on, wait. You want to know why I care about this? What makes this very irritating? Yeah. What makes this very irritating to me, right, is the very fact that all of these ponies,
yes,
have been running around with a hope and a prayer because of the history that Sony had with its previous generation. Yeah. Saying that everything was going to be okay. Everything's going to be all right. Everything's going to be okay. Yeah. That's what they were sitting there saying. Going to be all right. Everything's going to be okay. The problem here, hold on, wait. So all I'm saying is this. Keep that same energy. You guys were old faithful, right? When it came to the fucking PS4 generation, we didn't know we were going to get a Horizon, a Spider-Man, a fucking God of War like that. We had no fucking clue that was going to happen. And Sony... No, but the E3s that came out, the good ones, were not 1 or 2 years into the fucking console life cycle.
But you still have shows, the Tokyo
2016.
They were constantly showing, they're constantly showing what was coming out. It's not like Sony.
So go back. No. We did not get no bomb ass. We did not get no bomb ass E3 in 2013 or 14. We did not get no bomb ass E3 back then. We didn't. Or Tokyo Game Show. Or Tokyo Game Show.
What I'm saying is, they had a showcase for PS5 a couple of September ago that showed you a fucking roadmap. The thing God of War is nothing. So what are you talking about? Sony has been doing shows and letting people know what's going on years out for fucking decades now. That's not act like they can't. It's fucking stop happening, bro.
It stopped happening during the PS4 era. And it stopped. You know what? You know why it stopped happening? Hold on. My God. It stopped happening on PS4 era because it kept getting delayed. That's why they stopped. When they would have something, it would come. They would say it's this fucking year, and then they would say it couldn't do it. You remember that delayed station? They kept saying that, so they recalibrated. Look, they're not going to have these. All right, so at this point in time,
this is 2 years ago. Like, I understand what you're trying to make. They've always been the fucking like
No, I never know. What you're saying is you're trying to put that statement in my
Sony's
mouth.
back on E3 because they think they're bigger than E3, and at this point, I'd say they probably are to a degree.
I don't think it's that deep. I just think point blank period. They have a reason for them not. Yeah, there we go. Gaming night. They called it the delay station. They called it indie station. All those things. This is the reason why they said.
Yes, what Twitter's saying, bro. Let's talk about the facts here, right? Like this is crazy.
No, because you bring that up and say that he's getting upset because Sony ain't giving him a fucking showcase. We just fucking had a showcase. Was show God of War, Stellar Sword. It said, hold on, wait. We had Stellar Sword or whatever the fuck, Stellar Blade. We had the fucking Can I just speak? My God, stop talking over me. God. They are funding it. Yeah, everybody, all these PlayStation fanboys considers Bloodborne a first-party fucking game, and it's the same fucking thing as that Ronin game.
Wait, hold on a second. That showcase was essentially Sony's TGS.
Oh, but here's the thing: everybody talk about Sony ain't showing us shit. Sony ain't showing us. They just fucking showed you. What do you want?
He wants the Paris Games Week. That's what he wants. The Sony experience.
It's a pandemic that was going on.
Yeah, I understand. But I'm gonna tell you right now, Sony hasn't first party showcases fucking over a year. It's what people want to see. People want to see the new Spider-Man shit. People want to see what's happening with fucking other studios, big studios. You know that. So I don't feel like you're so fucking. What's going on with these fucking
No,
people,
you know why? You know why? Because I never was.
Annoyed at Sony for that.
I never been one to complain about shit that we don't. Look, first and foremost, right? They had little state of plays anyway about their games.
Yeah, but Sony normally has a large showcase. Traditionally,
what has been the biggest complaint for the last 2 years? Sony's too quiet, right? Remember when Xbox said Sony got scared at the speaking of that showcase? Sony has been super fucking quiet this gen. You cannot deny that. That's annoying to some of these fans, and I agree with them.
Sony's been quiet, right? Let me tone it down, right? Sony's been quiet, but the same motherfucking people that said that Sony, right? That said that Sony is quiet, they didn't have any fucking problem making that transition from PlayStation 3 to 4. That's my point. I don't understand why that's a mystery to you guys. I'm not understanding it.
I'm trying to explain the situation.
When they saw the PS5 review, they fucking Sony had that June show, I think, and that's when people were hyped. They had a roadmap. They showed you shit in the beginning, and then people got on board in November, and then ever since then, Sony hasn't really shown any first-party IPs on a big stage, and that's the goddamn honest truth. That's 2 years ago.
I'm not disputing that. I'm not disputing that, though. That's the thing. I'm not disputing it at all. My situation is this. You know what they're good for. So what are you complaining about? I feel like Jay Barry's being disingenuous with the shit. He don't like the fact that the shit is going to PC. That's what it boils down to, and that's what it is. I don't look. Just like you don't look at my content, I don't look at his content. I don't know. That's why I'm like, you brought him up for what reason? That's what I'm trying to figure out. Well, and it validates what I was saying about ponies. This has nothing to do with what do you call it? With really being concerned. I'm saying why so they can run on Twitter and sit there and say that I told you this is why I bought this box. You bought a fucking PC. Shut the fuck up. Sell your PS5. You saying that they move funny. You can't have your foot in and out the fucking door. You don't like what Sony's doing. Sell your shit. and delete your channel then as well, or whatever the fuck you do.
No, but technically he can have his foot in and out the door.
I don't give a fuck about technicalities. I don't care about technicalities.
Consumers can't be concerned about their product.
Because this is not about really being concerned about the product. This is about fucking Twitter wars. That's what it's about. That's what I'm calling it.
This is not about Twitter wars, bro. Like,
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. You want to know why it is? You want to know why it is? Twitter wars is because it doesn't affect a lot of people. That's why. So people bought a PlayStation 5, and they like the games that are coming out of the PlayStation 5. Why do you insist on talking over people?
Well, I'm agreeing with you.
I know, but I'm trying to talk, and I'm hearing somebody saying something. All I'm saying is this. All I'm saying is that this right here is about Twitter wars. If this was legitimately like Microsoft and their fans, they have a reason to be concerned. Look at Halo. Halo's falling off the bone. That shit's fucked up. What games do they have coming out? That's a real concern because they haven't had anything for a long time. I totally understand their concern.
Wait, hold on a second. Everybody literally had to shout at the Xbox gamers to have standards and speak to Microsoft.
Oh no, I'm not worried. I'm not concerned about that. I'm not concerned. I'm not concerned. I'm not concerned about that, right? I'm really not concerned about that.
No, I understand. They have a valid reason to be, annoyed.
Right. That's what I'm saying about. So I'm saying about Xbox. I'm saying about Xbox.
Right? Since Horizon got announced for PC, since the first game with the PC, they've been having this argument ever since then. So I don't think that people just made it up out of nowhere.
I didn't say that they made it up out of nowhere. That goes to show you. Oh my God, Jemiah. Oh my God, this is what's happening. They look stupid. You know what they? I said they look stupid. They look stupid, and they know they look stupid. I didn't say. I never, Jemiah. At no point did I say they're making this shit up. You said that shit. I am not being disingenuous. You know who's being disingenuous? No, the fanboys are being disingenuous, claiming that they have a fucking concern.
They're gonna announce that they're gonna go to PC. PlayStation fans made fun of them, right? And then it went from fucking time exclusives to day and date. And then Xbox News said it's gonna happen to you guys. And now they're looking like, okay, now games are going to PC. They're a year out. They have some games day and date. Same thing that happened to Xbox, and now Xbox is in turmoil. They don't want that to happen to PlayStation, and that's a valid fucking argument.
Wait.
It's the same exact pattern. It's happening right in front of your fucking.
No, it's not the same. It is not, Jemiah. It's not the same fucking pattern. It's not. You want to know why it's not the same pattern? Because they don't have games. They don't have games. They don't have games like God of War or Horizon or any of those fucking first persons. They didn't. It was never at that caliber. It never hit that fucking caliber.
Not buying the games, dude.
I don't care about the contingency or why it's not happening. All I'm saying is this. Not only does Microsoft take their games day and date, but they never increase the quality. Huh?
You don't want to believe it, bro, but it's true.
No, I'm saying no. The pattern is that they're making fucking expansions. They're expanding their shit. That's it. I can see if the quality of their games took a nosedive, then there will be concern. This is about a fucking plastic box that they can go on Twitter all fucking day. That's what it is.
But why wait until the games are trash for you to look back and say I should have complained when it first happened, right?
Because there's not a pattern of the games getting trashed. It's the patterns of the games actually included. It's a pattern of the games getting. Can I just speak? Jesus. It's a pattern of the fucking games getting better. That's the pattern. There isn't a degradation in quality.
How?
What game got worse?
All these games before the PC, most of the games that I got, now we have this whole PC nothing, right? Those games that were being made were already fucking 3 to 4 years old. Horizon was being made. We're talking about going forward.
No, you're trying to change. You're trying to change this. You're trying to change it. You're trying to change the subject. I said quality of game, not where it went. What game got worse? I asked a very explicit question. What game got worse? There's no games. There's no games. Aren't you the same dude that said that, oh, it's dry when all those games came out? Aren't you the same guy? No, it's not dry. It's not dry though. Not on the PlayStation side. You said you struggling to find you struggling to find games supposedly on PlayStation because it's so dry. I guess you said it was dry, and you have a PlayStation and a PC. And okay, well there were no. You said there's no, and that's factually incorrect. You just said that there's no AAA games coming out in this dry. You just said it. Oh, my bad. Okay, I didn't know that Horizon came out. My bad.
Horizon's on 2 games. Well, name fucking 10 games right now that are AAA that sit on this year. There's tons of studios, third party, fucking Xbox. Name me all these games that came out that are AAA. Name me all of them.
All the games that no, I mean they.
I said, right? AAA games are lacking. I said that for the time you go back and play the 10 second. I never fucking. So I said it.
And we said there and said that, yo, why are you saying it's dry when you have a PlayStation and the games are good? What you just not going to include them? That's what it is.
Well, I have Horizon, and I play Horizon, and now I'm playing God of War. It's 2 games this year for PlayStation.
Right. Well, there's also Gran Turismo too, so you didn't play that. I mean though, right? I mean, yeah. I figured. I mean.
Okay, 3 games.
Okay.
It's fucking 365 days.
Yeah,
Horizon for 30 days. God of War for 30 days. So the rest of the fucking year, I gotta fucking sit back because you gave me 2 games.
Well, I mean, it ain't. I mean, you just third party.
Come on, bro. Like, come on.
It's third party. But you acting like there's no games. But you acting like there's no games. Either way, I'm not gonna look. I'm not gonna derail this shit. The bottom line is this, right? You think that there's a valid concern with PlayStation with PlayStation ponies. You think that there's a valid concern, right? So you're telling me that you don't see this at all? That fucking Twitter that they want to play Twitter. They want to play Twitter and they want to be right. You don't see that.
From the guys that I follow, talk to them on a day-to-day basis. I can agree with that. They're not making shit up. Rari, Persona, taking all those dudes. I don't think they're just doing that shit just for fucking Twitter clicks. I don't. So I can't. I don't follow other people. If you're following people who are disingenuous, that's on you. But the people I'm following and their arguments that I'm seeing that they've been arguing about that shit for the last fucking 3 to 4 years on these fucking stupid ass podcasts that I've been fucking making fun of them about, I don't believe them. Yes, I do. Yes.
He's just speaking about it from a.
They didn't wake up today and start arguing this shit. You know this fucking listen, bro. You know this dude's been making these stupid ass arguments for the last 3 years, bro. You know we've been making fun of them. So let's not act like they just come out of nowhere. And now
but you keep saying that you keep saying don't act like, and I never said that wasn't the case. I never said I never said that this was a never, or this just popped up out of nowhere. I never said that. Who said this?
You said shit with this anywhere, so
no, I never, no. I never said in any capacity that this just happened. I never said that shit. You did.
Hey, what's up, guys?
What's going on?
Oh, Lord, Silky, Jesus. No.
What's going on, Silky?
Like, as you guys know, my Xbox do, so my opinion is from the outside. I'm not here to shit on PlayStation. Just taking from what Jemiah is saying is, because PlayStation guys made fun of Xbox for the same exact thing for years, when it's happened to PlayStation, you also have that same criticism. Is that what you're saying, Jemiah?
Yeah, the chickens have come.
What was the biggest argument? You guys never spoke up. So right now, they feel like they have to speak up. Otherwise, it's going to happen to them. And they may not be warranted, but that's the way they feel.
Yeah, and then if I have to say anything, and I keep saying, like, whenever Sony's quiet, they're going to pull out, they're going to do something, right? Yeah. I would be more nervous if they were just talking all the time. I'm like, well, they're just giving us everything right now. So I do think you guys are going to get a show in November or December, some weird-ass time, and they're going to drop some fucking Wolverine footage or something, and all this criticism, all this argument. will fall. It'll fall to the side.
Oh, you keep hold on. So you keep getting caught up in these weird ass semantics. Oh, it's too early. It's too early for that. No, he didn't mean that. We get it. We get it. We get it. It's a blanketed statement.
Really? Are you gonna do this right now, bro? They just talked about.
He's not saying it like it's really gonna come out.
Yeah, no. I'm not saying they're going to show you like, hey, coming out in 6 months. I'm saying they can show you anything, right? They can show you states.
It's a hypothetical, yeah.
It's a hypothetical. Like we know that.
Anything, because right now we don't know anything about Wolverine, right? We don't know if it's going to be third person. Most likely third. We don't know the environment they're going to be in or anything, right?
Yeah.
So they can show you Spider-Man 2 gameplay.
Exactly.
And then after show you like, hey, here's some concepts. Here's where Wolverine's going to be set. Here's the time period it's going to be set in. Mm-hmm. And all this argument that you guys are having falls at the wayside. That's my only point. And keep in mind, I'm an Xbox dude. Like, I would love nothing more than to come in here and shit on you guys on, New Year's Eve. Like, hey, you guys didn't do anything. Like, no shows. We don't know what's coming out. Like, I would love to do that. But the reality is, Sony's not going to let that happen.
Yeah.
So, I mean, when you just look at it from that standpoint, like, they're going to show something. They're going to have some type of show. Their plan could be to take over the fucking December show that Jeff Keighley has. So you never know, man. But they're definitely going to show something.
I'm just look, Silky. I definitely value. I'm glad that you've seen it on the outside end. I never subscribe to a lot of these fucking ponies conversations. When Sony start putting their games on PC, I'm selling it today. I'm selling it. What am I buying my PS5 for? What is the reason?
Yeah, but those people. Those people are immature kids, right? Like
it is immature. It's super.
Let me take that back because that can be seen as disrespectful.
No, it is immature. No, I don't give. No, it's immature. That's what it is.
Yeah, but those people, like I'm a Dallas Cowboy fan, right? No matter what you tell me, my Cowboys.
Yeah, I'm a Cowboys fan, bro. Fucking relax.
There we go.
Relax, bro.
Yeah, hey, I'm a Cooper Rush fan right now. No, but what I'm saying is this, right? So some people that maybe they.
What's your team, bro? What's your team?
I'm a Cowboy fan.
Okay, cool.
I said I'm a Cowboys fan.
Oh, okay, I thought you were talking shit.
No, born and raised, man.
I'm a Cowboys fan. Okay.
Take one of your favorite players. I swear to God.
We're cool, bro.
That's happened, bro. I had to watch Romo retire, and I thought Romo deserved a championship. Like, I seen the man make a comeback with a broken rib and a punctured lung. Like,
yeah, that's on it. We all topic though.
Yeah, I got you. But what I'm saying is, like, I feel like to them they have that same emotional attachment that we have to our sports teams, right? So for them, it's like bragging about it is more important than experiencing it. So even some of the games that they brag about, they probably never play, but for them, it's something to brag about. Like, it's their favorite thing in the world. Like, there's dudes running around with PlayStation tattoos. Like, I've seen some of you cats like head to toe in PlayStation gear. Like, to me, this shit's weird. But I'm like, hey man, enjoy yourself.
Man, as if Xbox fans don't.
I don't know many, man.
Oh my!
And we got some weirdos on our side too. I mean, we're gamers. we're gamers, so we're all a little weird, right? Like my wife looked at me the other day when I posted my hours online. I got like 10,000 hours in just random games, like out of like 6 games total. She was like, "You really played the game that much?" I'm like, "Yeah, I did." So I mean, we're all a little weird.
So my whole thing is this, right? Oh, let me just read this really quickly, right? I canceled my PlayStation Plus already. I think I'm going to pay for online while PC dudes don't. Nah, I respect myself. Unlike some, I respect myself. Okay.
One thing is though that that means you're not gonna play the games online at all then? Because if you cancel that means you just gonna have to use multiplayer.
No, but my whole point is this. I love this shit. My whole point is this, right? The point that I'm trying to make is the fact that you get more. It's not that you paying it just to play online. There's other stuff that's there too that the PC people don't get, which is fine. If you don't want to do it that way, that's totally okay. But it ain't like you're getting screwed out of it. You know what I'm saying? There is some stuff that comes along with it. Kind of like those old cable packages and shit like that, where they give you all these channels that you may not want or whatever the case is. Fine, whatever. My whole thing is this. Just like what Silky was saying, you're saying that their concerns are valid. Maybe because you're friends with them, you're saying that it's valid. I'm looking at shit just in general. To me, I'm not seeing it as, a worry.
He's just validating. He's not saying he doesn't disagree, though.
No, he's saying that, like, I disagree with it because I feel like they're fucking disingenuous.
It's better meant to be.
Understand somebody's point of view without agreeing, though. That's the thing. You can still think that it's foolish, but you can understand where it comes from.
I understand. No, but the whole thing is this. My argument, my position with this, right?
Yeah.
This is my position. My position with all of this is, quite frankly, I feel like it's bullshit.
There we are. Exactly.
I feel like it's
Which
bullshit.
is fine.
Jemiah, hold on, wait, Jemiah. On the normal circumstances, I would say that, yeah, I can totally see that. But since they were being jackasses to other fucking people, then now they looking stupid. This seems like a charade or a show. Let me let Ken get in there. Yo, what's going on, Ken?
Yo, what's going on, guys?
Yo, Ken, please set this dude straight real quick.
He ain't saying shit straight.
I'm trying to get caught up a little bit with the current argument. So somebody fill me in, like, all right.
So essentially,
Basically,
oh, go on.
okay, go.
Basically, my whole situation is this, right? Apparently, a lot of PlayStation fans are defecting to the PC because Sony is moving funny, I guess. You know what I mean? They don't like what Sony is doing, and apparently the reasoning why they feel this way is because Sony didn't have a showing. They don't know what's happening past 2022. They putting the games on PC. That shit. Also, they got PC people are playing their games, the multiplayer games of service games, even though they don't like games of service games, but they're playing the games of service games without having to pay for PlayStation Plus. And if you're on PlayStation, you have to pay for it. So there's that. That's the catch up. That's the net of everything. And I'm disagreeing. I don't feel like it's a concern, a real concern. I feel like it's just fucking Twitter wars.
All right. So this is from my perspective. I can, to some degree, understand why some of the people might be concerned. And the only reason why I say that is because, at the end of the day, make the money more, continue to go.
Are you chopping up? Y'all hear that? He's chopping.
Breaking up.
Yeah, you're breaking up, bro.
You got the fucking Azure servers, bro.
Oh my lord. Need those Amazon.
By the way, see, I knew Silky wasn't. I knew he wasn't the average. And I knew you could be reasonable, Silky.
What's up?
I said,
That's only gonna last so long.
I know.
What happened?
I said, I knew you could be reasonable at some point. Yo, can you?
There's the reason why, like,
what's this shit on us, dude?
Hey, no, yeah, I'm waiting on it to happen. But that's the reason why I'll join the Xbox space, and they will, like, disagree with me because I just call it how I see it. That's it. Like, I don't work for either company.
Yeah.
Yo, but listen, you don't agree that it's better to cry wolf and be wrong than not to say shit and then get robbed in the middle of the night. You know what I mean?
Yeah, so my thing is this. If you're paying for something and you disagree with what's going on, speak on it. Period.
Exactly.
I agree with that.
I've been champion for over a year on here that Matt Booty needs to step down. He needs a quality control team.
Step that booty down.
Yo, there's too many. My bad.
I said the same thing about Bonnie Ross in the Xbox space, and literally they're like, "Oh, you don't know what you're talking about."
I feel like
I said Halo's next game should be an ODST game. Everyone was like, "No one's looking for that." And then all of a sudden, Pete Hines comes out and was like, "Hey, we would love to do this." And I'm like, "Yeah, there we go." And then everyone's like, "That's a good idea." And I'm like, "Bro, I don't know what's going on, man." So yeah, I piss people off on both sides.
Yeah, unless you see that picture I sent you on Twitter.
Nope.
Why not?
No, you sent me something. I just I blocked it. So Ken, go on.
Yo, can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Hey Ken, before you go, man, I thought you two were the same person. I thought Ken and Sir were the same person, man.
You said me and who?
illicit.
You know, yeah, you the light skin, the light skin.
Yeah.
Who the fuck is light skinned?
I thought you were the model, the skin with the shirt on.
Yo, you block my shit. I wish I would back up.
Don't let Silky talk to you like that, man. Hey, man, just block Silky, man, right now, man. Just,
I'm gonna Draymond this nigga in a minute.
You'll try to sucker punch me.
I'm gonna sucker punch this nigga.
By the way, Silky, Vegas was an interesting experience. I'm gonna talk about that tomorrow, yo.
Hey, tell me you stopped by Dre's.
I didn't.
Bruh.
I could.
Wait. Hey, next time you go, if you need some recommendations, like I said, I got contacts out there. So if you need recommendations or like some hookups, let me know, man.
What excuse me?
Excuse me?
I'll talk to you about it. I'll DM you about it.
All right, cool. Do that. Go on, Ken.
All right, man. I was just saying, man. To some degree, man, I can understand, where some of these guys are coming from. I will say that I do think part of it is, just clout. You know what I'm saying, like Twitter related shit. But I do believe that, if some of the shit that Sony is doing is successful, right? Like say live service or whatever the case. They're going to put more money into trying to make the shit successful. You know what I mean? I just believe that's what it is. I mean, I don't think they're going to leave money on the table. Does that mean they're going to stop making their single player stuff and the stuff that they've, been doing for years? No, I don't think that's the case. From my personal perspective, I don't see that it's a big, because a lot of their rhetoric recently, even though, they've been talking a lot about PC and, mobile and all this other stuff, live service. I think that they had a lot of talk and rhetoric around, maintaining their core, like their core audience. And I heard somebody say something about, somebody was comparing it to Xbox and what Microsoft is doing. And I think this the opposite. It's not the same. You know what I'm saying? Because people were saying that, well, just look at what Microsoft was doing. That's a concern from that perspective, right? And I don't think it's legitimate concern if you look at it from that way, because I think a lot of what Microsoft is doing is, I think a lot of the stuff that they have done recently has not been specifically centered around their core. You know what I mean? Like it's like they're trying to go outside of, to get everybody, the people that supported their shit. So, and I don't see Sony doing that. That's not something that they've been doing as far as I'm concerned. They always talk about maintaining AAA games and all this other type of shit, but they're dipping their toes into other avenues. So personally, I mean, if some of these guys are complaining about it, man, I can understand to some degree because, money is money. You know what I'm saying? If it's successful, they're going to chase the shit. You know what I'm saying? But to me personally, I believe that they have enough rhetoric around maintaining their core for it to be unsubstantiated. In my opinion.
Yeah, I'm old enough to remember when dudes swear on the fucking mama's grave that Sony would never bring games to PC, and then Horizonware, and then niggas lost their shit. Like, remember the arguments? Like, Sony would never go to PC, be making better Xbox dudes. Never. Fucking that shit never happened. And all of a sudden,
yeah, that's kind of crazy.
Then they said Spider-Man would never go.
Well, you know what though? But hold on, Jemiah, this is the same people that will be like, I never do no mook shit, and then they get offered $1 million, and then they're Doc 3000. That's all I'm saying.
Never go to PC. Their own fucking account on Twitter, tweeting that shit out on some bullshit, on some fanboy shit. Some Xbox dudes.
All right, and that's fine.
I seen it.
That's fine, and I'm saying. I will stand by them being accurate. They said that the PS4 version the PS4 Spider-Man will never go, and they were accurate. No. I stand by it.
Question though, I just want to see if this will resolve the issue. What if games that came out on PC were more expensive than they were on PlayStation? Would that soothe things over a little bit?
That
would never happen.
No, I'm just saying, like if they did, right? like, or if you got some exclusive content on PlayStation that you never would on PC. So that way you guys are just still getting a premium experience.
PC gamers can complain about that, dude, and actually they would be well within their rights because if Sony wants to expand, they can't leave things from them.
And there's only like 10 million PC gamers.
I don't think anybody would even care, bro. To be honest,
They would care. I think they
not
would care.
really.
Yeah, I mean the people who are gonna buy it, bro. Okay, hold on a second. PC gamers complain because of the fact that certain aspects of the frames and everything like that, the performance of the game weren't of Horizon weren't on par in the beginning. I haven't played it correctly.
Listen.
No, come on, bro. At least that.
Listen, the Sony's digital deluxe games have content that you can't get from the physical version. Like Sony's already doing this. Like they already give different things because the digital version they get 100% of the profit, so they give it extra expensive. I understand that. I have to do it by physical. I'm cool with that. Like, I'm not, you know what I mean? Like, I want that content. I buy the digital version, but I don't, so I buy physical. So
I understand that.
Call of Duty is getting PS and PS5 getting exclusive Call of Duty shit. Hogwarts is getting exclusive fucking quests. So what that you won't get on PC. So it's not like it's unusual. It happens all the time. So I don't know, like nobody would even be bad. That's what I'm saying.
I don't know. It would have to be something that either they don't see or they don't care about. That's the thing. Like,
yeah, but those are the titles you named are both third-party titles. I'm saying if Sony did this with their first-party titles, right?
Yeah.
If they just made sure that PlayStation 5 users got the most premier experience. Like,
no, I get that, but like when you buy the digital Horizon Forbidden West digitally done, you don't get the same thing you get with the Steelbook. Like you get extra content in the goddamn digital deluxe version.
Oh yeah, see, I didn't even. Is it more expensive than $70 for the
same price?
Oh, if it's the same price, yeah, you guys will win it.
All right.
I'm losing out on fucking digital content because I bought the physical copy.
I'm talking about PlayStation users that buy digital for one if they're getting exclusive content. Like, I don't see an argument there.
That's what I'm saying. So if PS5 guys are getting exclusive content because they bought it on PS5 and PC doesn't get it, I don't think that's a big. You can't make that argument. I don't think anybody can like.
And Jemiah, you can't make that argument about fucking that argument being valid. Them being concerned whores.
What do you mean?
You talking about something? Oh, they're valid because Microsoft is doing this day and date, and it's the same thing, and it really is.
What I'm saying, everything that Xbox dudes get made fun of, and everything that Sony dudes said that would never happen to them, it's slowly happening in slow motion to these dudes. It's like a slow motion rise. These same games that never go to PC, all of a sudden games go to PC.
Yeah, but
that was the most ardent fans, though. I was talking to them back then, saying, "Dude, never say never."
Bro, I'm not arguing for or against that. All I'm saying, all I'm trying to do is be that counterbalance to his argument. Because there's no actual Tonys in here that really make an argument for this. But from what I'm seeing, these dudes have everything that happened to Xbox dudes is happening to them. Now they're saying games are going day and date and service games.
Yes, yeah.
So what really separates a game going day and date now? You know what I mean?
You know?
Like, hold on. I would say to that.
Hold on, wait, yo, one at a time, guys. One at a time. Go on, Ken.
Oh shit, my bad. I thought you said thrash. No, I mean, I think the difference is, man, is that, you know, like I said before, man, what Microsoft did, man, you know, it's not the same as what Sony did, man. Microsoft, they're making moves that are not specifically centered around their core, man. They're trying to gather a lot of people that are not even, like, fucking remotely related to their core audience because they're trying to reach so many people. Sony, that's not exactly what Sony's doing, so I don't understand, like, why some people would be completely up in arms about that because of what Microsoft is doing. They're not doing the same thing. You know?
What Ken's saying is true, like 100%. But the thing about it is that in all reality, Microsoft needs their console base to make that transition, to open things up and actually make a steady amount of money, to keep the wheels turning for that venture. You know, but they're still going after it like 100% compared to Sony, who's like drip feeding into it. You know, and so the thing is that like over time, maybe in like 10 years, you'll probably see like the true like
end game of what Microsoft and Sony are doing. Well, Sony probably a little bit later, but like the end game of what's going on, and like that's probably gonna be like a generation away.
I mean, I'll give you this, man, because Herman Hulse, when he came, I think it was like a year ago or some shit, man, where he came out and he was like, it doesn't necessarily mean that, all of our games are going to go to PC or whatever. It's like, okay, it gives people a little bit of hope, right, that, they're going to maintain their exclusivity, whatever the case is, right? So, and then he just came out recently and he switched that whole thing up. It's like, it's going to be at least a year, you know what I'm saying? So you better be ready for that shit. So it's like, I remember when motherfuckers were saying, they're all your old games. They're old games. This is 5 years old.
Oh wait, that's kind of productive. Yo, Fresh. Yeah.
Hey, Thrash, you turned
You're breaking up the
video, bro.
Your number's zero, so nigga. I'm at work right now, nigga. I shouldn't be on the phone.
Get your shit off. You're getting paid for this space.
Man, leave him alone, Silky. Hey, leave him alone, Silky.
No,
I think it's yeah. What the hell? Leave me alone. No, mess with me, nigga. The fuck, nigga. I'm strong. Nigga, I can deal with anybody.
No, man, I'm just saying, let you talk, bro.
I think y'all gotta stop comparing Xbox, Sony. They're two. Xbox and PlayStation. They're two with two different goals, with two different other companies behind them, with two different goals. Sony needs to continue to sell hardware, no matter if they like it or not. Sony wouldn't exist if PlayStation didn't exist right here today. They are number one. Xbox is number 0, right? Or number 6, whatever the fuck they are, right? The last place in all of gaming, not just consoles. And PC has more, cell phones have more. Fucking more tablets are being played than fucking Xbox. So, shit looks the same, but you really got to pay attention to what these two companies are saying. You got one company that put all of their games on their day and date, no waiting, no nothing, simply because the hardware is the weaker point of their shit. Sony is going to drip feed PC, not gamers, but PC as the marketplace, their fucking games. What Sony is going to do is they're going to do their own launcher, just like Microsoft has their own launcher, right? And Sony might stop putting their games on Steam, or they might keep doing it, because PC isn't a competition for PlayStation. PC isn't a competition for Xbox. PC gamers aren't in competition with console gamers, meaning PC gamers aren't clamoring to buy a PlayStation or an Xbox, and PlayStation and Xbox gamers ain't clamoring to get a fucking PC. Now, there are hybrid motherfuckers out there, just like with anything. I have an Xbox, PlayStation, a Nintendo, and I have a PC just to look at because I still have it. But that's not competition that they're talking about. The competition is this nigga on the fucking servers.
No, I forgot it. Hey, Phil Spencer said, "Fuck this dude."
Yeah, you fucking the wrong one. Yeah, with those
Phil
microdoses.
Spencer said, "I've had enough of this." Matt Booty is like, "Yeah, cut him off."
Hey, one thing I want to say that's the big difference between the companies. Like, for me, and I think most Xbox guys, we don't care if PC gamers get our games. Personally, I don't even care if you guys can get some of them, right? For me, and I know you guys might be saying this, and I know Thrash, you're going to get on me for saying this, the big difference is Game Pass, right? If Game Pass went to PlayStation, I would buy a PlayStation. I said that quite a few times.
Are coming up only because there's multiple launchers on a PC. If the PC only had one launcher, shit probably would never be on PC.
Yeah, Phil Spencer had enough, bro.
You hear us? I don't even think he can hear us, yeah.
Hey, Thrash, we're hearing all we need to hear from you, man. It's all good. Keep talking.
Whatever.
You're wrong for that one, man. You know he's still talking.
No, I'm not still talking. I can hear you.
Okay. Hey, no, but speak.
Wait, I just want to say this.
You know that you got cut off.
Yeah, we missed.
Oh, okay. Fuck this conversation, then, nigga. Y'all do your thing.
No, man.
Man, don't trip.
All I'm saying is this, right? Yeah, things change. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah, you're right.
okay, never mind. Things change.
It's like it's been 14 minutes. You still on a 10-minute break? He's like, oh, yeah. Put my best back on, get back out there.
Yep, things change. You know, that's the bottom line. Things change. I get it. The thing is, my argument will always be this when it comes to these fucking ponies. It will always be, it ain't warranted. You're not a true fan. That's how I feel like. I don't give a fuck about your trophy counts or anything else. Because if you're a true fan, I feel like you wouldn't behave that way. Because you wouldn't really care about what other people think. You played yourself when you sat there and you said that Sony will never do X, Y, and Z, and they ended up doing it. So you feel like you got cheated on. You know, ultimately, it's kind of like, you know, a club, if you will. But this was more than like a club or whatever the case is. And I'm pretty sure like if Nintendo did this shit too, you know, Nintendo fans would be upset about it too. But this is something else. This is like, you know, you want to sit there and you want to act like.
Sony is complicit. Only on PlayStation on the box. You kept telling dudes that they're never gonna put this shit on other platforms.
But Jemiah, shit changes. Shit changes. It's shit changes.
Yeah, but businesses are always going to change their mind. Always.
Yeah, I mean, but that's the kind of you's a grown ass man talking about some. Oh, they changed it up. You know damn well things change.
Yeah, but they're not. That doesn't make them complicit. That means for that period of time, they were making those games only for PlayStation, and then the card was subject to change.
And now.
They have the case that says only on PlayStation. That shit's a lie because it's on PC too.
Okay, that's fine.
No, well, now, yeah, that's the case. Yeah, of course.
You know what? There was a water fountain that said only white people, and now everybody can drink it. You know, if you're gonna do it like that, yo. Just like a pony.
God.
How dare you, ugly PC master race, touch my console gaming?
Hey, can I ask Tony? Why do y'all care if the games go to PC? Can I ask why y'all care?
First of all, who's y'all? Secondly,
anybody.
So I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know either. That's the Silky. That's the.
Right, I guess I formed my question wrong. Is there anyone in here who cares if your games go to PC?
Hey man, if you would have asked me, if you would have asked me that shit like a year ago, I probably would have said something different. But now I'm kind of over it, to be honest.
Yeah, it was hype that Half-Life Alyx is coming to PSVR too, though. That's what I'm saying. Like, that's not how you hype for that when you buy games to go to PC.
That's my point. You sit there and argue with me for 30 minutes, and that's my point.
What I'm saying, I'm just giving counterpoints.
I mean, I get it. You know what I mean? But
Of course,
counterpoints. I can do that for y'all if you want counterpoints. I can do that. Thanks for keeping the seat warm, man.
To be honest,
Silky's too agreeable right now, man. He's being too agreeable. No,
I'm not.
Honestly, man,
not yet. Eventually, Silky will turn on us, but right now he's actually like agreeing with us a lot.
That's what it's like when everybody jumps into spaces, yo. They be saying the most on Twitter, jump into space. Hey, yo, what's good, guys? You know what I'm saying?
It can. In this case, I'm with you, man. Like,
leave that right there. You see it?
Run for that uppercut, man. I'm just saying. Listen to tell you, like, we debate all the time. It's not that I'm agreeing with you guys. It's just an honest opinion.
Yeah, I mean, I agree that you're honest. That your honest opinions. You tend to say what's on your mind all the time. It's just that right now is the time that you're agreeing with us. So it's not really the Silky of old. Where you're talking.
Stage. I could say you guys are agreeing with me. You guys don't care about your games on the PC now.
Oh my God.
No. I'll take that. For me personally, I am agreeing with you. Yeah. But you know me, I like to stir the pot. But the thing is,
I want to say something about that shit too, man. Because I actually think if you really think about the whole the bigger picture of what they're trying to do, I actually think it's a good thing. You know what I'm saying? Because especially when you start thinking about the live service games and all that type of shit, man. I think it's an avenue for them to start investing more into obviously the games and the IPs that we know, but to invest maybe even into some of the shit that is a little like less known. You know what I mean? Like I've been seeing a lot of people complain about the whole Japanese thing. You know, it's like, why isn't Sony, supporting like Japanese games and investing in the Japanese games? It's like, well, motherfuckers don't buy it. You know what I'm saying? That's why they don't do it. It makes sense. I get it. I would love to have games like The Last Guardian and Gravity Rush and those type of games come back, right? But it's like people just didn't support the shit. It is what it is, right?
Yeah, hey Ken, I think what you're trying to say is basically fuck the Japanese gaming market is small as hell, man.
No, he ain't saying that either.
What I'm saying is that maybe at the time, right? Yeah, but now that they're switching up their strategy or whatever, they're trying to get into the live service shit and expand their horizon a little bit. I think it might open up an avenue for them to like start investing into some of these like less profitable projects. You know what I mean? Like some of the Japanese games and stuff that people like, the quirky shit.
Chris Wright. Okay, the argument that we were having with Chris Righteous. Okay, I got you.
Yeah, well, I didn't hear it, but that's what I think, though. I actually think it's a good thing. I see what you're saying.
My argument against the Japanese gaming market is PlayStation has already sold more in America than they probably will the entire time it'll be on, like, for PS5s in Japan. Like, they're selling, 26,000 a week?
But that's not my argument, though, because, like,
that's not my mind. I don't see a reason.
Yeah, but Sony as a Japanese company needs to, Silky, at some point, because they're being overrepresented by Japan right now. And the thing is that I agree with Ken that they need to take some form of risk and reinvest it in Japan, because that is a very important base for Sony. Even if they lost elsewhere, that's the base that they could always count on.
Well, so $40K in Japan between PS4 and PS5. So I don't know what the fuck.
That's what I'm saying. Why
would Sony invest in that?
Because you know why I think they should, or why I think they would, is because it's about maintaining a fucking core. Maintaining your core audience.
Y'all sound like fucking. You know what? No, hold on, wait. I'm gonna tell you this, right? Because I have to wrap up this fucking. No. I have to wrap up this shit, yo. I just flew 4 hours and 3-hour time zone. I'm just all over the place. What I'll say is this, right? My next podcast I'm gonna be having is gonna be lit. It's gonna be lit, right? It's gonna be real controversial. It's gonna be like games as a service. It's going to be lit, and I'm going to explain it. I was going to do it today, but I can't. This particular conversation got extended. But my argument will always be this, right? I feel like fanboys are obnoxious when it comes to this shit. It is absolutely obnoxious. I can't deal with it because, again, no one's ever going to answer this question. Why do you care that it goes on PC? I would love to have somebody... See, Sony did their due diligence and they hired the amount of people to port the game over. All right, fine. So what is your problem then?
Yeah, but why don't you ask an Uber fanboy that question, though?
Because they can't stand toe-to-toe with me and give me an answer.
Why is this extra sauce on my pizza cost $150? That's crazy.
Oh my god!
Yo, let me tell you this. When I was in Vegas, when I was in Vegas,
this pizza place, they make dry ice pizza, so I gotta have the extra sauce on that.
When I was in Vegas, right, I was wondering the same thing too, because inflation hit hard. So this girl walks up to me. It was pricey, yo. That shit cost like $1,000, man.
Hey. Listen, man, if you try to get drunk, man, go to a hookah bar. The drinks are like a quarter of the price, man. Same drinks. She tried to paint a good picture. She was like, I'm just gonna tell you right now, I am a lady of the night. What are we talking about? I'm talking about inflation. I'm talking about inflation. Like you talking about the inflation on prostitution. Yes, I am. She said it was $1,000. I was like, what kind of pussy you got? What's This nigga left. This
No,
nigga shot my-
no, but honestly though, when I was in Vegas though, there was a burger. I forgot what the fuck place it was. But it was like there was a burger, fries, and a drink, right? That shit was $30. I ate it though. I ate it, but
It's so good.
it's so good.
You messed up. And when you said your podcast was going to be controversial, I thought you were going to say you were going to put on a shirt. But yeah, man.
Yeah, I think one thing, if Sony buys, Sony needs to buy Anthem from fucking EA, bro. That'd be fucking gone.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my god.
Why that IP does not need to die, yo? Why it doesn't need to die? It just needs, needs some fixer upping. That's all.
Hey, if Sony's going to buy anything from them, they need to buy Titanfall. If they buy Titanfall, that'll give them that first-person shooter as well.
No, because it
best
didn't.
mechanic.
It didn't. I know, right? We do.
No, Destiny's first-person, but it's
I that shit.
like it's a little bit different, right? It's not going to hit the same market as like Battlefield and Call of Duty. But to me, Titanfall, like the gunplay is the best.
No, because you want to know something, Sylvia, yo? I remember people saying, "Have you seen Titanfall, yo? It didn't do shit for the Xbox One." So actually, no, don't support it.
Hey, I'm telling you, man. Like right now, Apex is huge, right? Apex is from the Titanfall world, and the next Titanfall game, I guarantee, is going to be huge. The reason why the last one didn't sell well is because it came out between Battlefield and Call of Duty.
Oh no, it didn't sell well because
Right.
it didn't sell well because of the
Niggas sabotage Respawn.
Yeah, like you go back and play it now, you're like, yo, this game is way better than the shit they put out. What
Yo,
happened?
Pepperoni 225. This is out of control.
going.
Hey,
Yo.
listen, I'm gonna talk to you later, bro. You guys have a good night.
You too, man.
But,
Yo, thanks. Yo, thanks for.
Don't forget to pump it up, man.
Yep.
Yeah, you want to sleep time?
Who?
You.
I'm probably gonna take a nap. Yeah.
I have to go get this pizza real quick. I don't want you. We gonna be on PSN later.
No, I'm for sure. I'm gonna be on PSN later.
Get your mind before you leave, man. Just remember, Xbox the best, man.
Get his ass out of here, yo. Somebody escort his ass out of here. Get his ass out.
Yo, the OG Xbox was gone, bro. Like, Qatar, fucking Morrowind, like, the old. Maybe at one point. Yo, when you can burn your CDs, not burn your CDs, but rip your CDs into that bitch and play them back to like Need for Speed, like that shit was gone right there. Like the old Xbox, gone right. The new Xbox, yes. Oh.
All right.
Maybe back in the day, man, but that this whole Game Pass shit is dry, bro. I don't know.
No, wait. Yo. So I'm gonna say this, yo. I'm gonna close this out, right, and say this, right. Sony did not betray you by putting games out on PC. They're expanding. I don't understand why that's such a difficult concept for you guys to understand. You know what I mean? And the net of it is, you guys really don't have a real reason as to why you care about the games going on PC. Because it doesn't affect you. Sony did not release a worse game than its predecessor. They haven't. So all of this fake outrage is exactly what it is. It's fake outrage. You don't care about the fact that they're putting it out on PC. You care because you don't have a bullet point and an arguing point for Twitter. That's all this is. That's all it is. And I'm calling you out. Anyway, I want to say that a little bit because I'm gonna make a little cut of that and put it out on social media so y'all can get the gist of what I'm saying. Either way, yo, you guys take care. I'm gonna eat my burger. And I'm going to go into a stupor for like 40 minutes and then wake up like nothing happened. But I appreciate you guys jumping out here. Try to keep all the energy. I'm going to tell you right now, I'm only operating off of like 4 hours of sleep. I couldn't get no sleep on that plane. My mouth was like, I was drooling next to this chick that was on the plane. I didn't even care, man. I was so tired, man. But I'm here now. I'm home and I'm going to try to actually recharge for a little bit. But you guys take care.
All right, man. Hey, it's still Green Gang, man. I'll be easy.
Hey, Game Pass.
Nope.